Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. Race reaction show here. I'm fired up. Y'all probably know why if you've watched any of the things here. Really appreciate everybody being understanding here. It has been, it's Easter weekend, as everybody kind of knows here. So we were out doing some family stuff today, hence no live show during the qualifying. And also we're going to film the main show on Monday night instead of Sunday night. So it may not come out till Wednesday. We'll see how quick I get stuff edited. Anyway, though, we are here to do a race reaction show. Final Triple Crown of the year from St. Louis, Final Dome. It's a whole bunch of finals here, essentially, and lots to talk about. A wild, wild night of racing. I'm going to try to keep it kind of under control here as I go through this a little bit, because I've already been screaming and yelling at the TV here for the last 15 minutes or so. Before we get started, just want to thank the sponsors here. They're all along the bottom of the screen. 50 Graphics, Complete Racing Solutions, TLR Coatings, ProFlow, Gutter Worx, Issac, Nelson Designs, and Holster Co. all on board with us here. Links in the description to all of them. All right, let's jump into this race reaction here. 450s. There's two major things I could talk about here. Actually, there's a whole bunch. There's three, maybe even four. So number one, Tomac finally gets a win, right? We all were questioning it. Even he was questioning it at this point. Could he win? Would he win? Nobody really knew. He came back because he thought he still had it and still could. He won like one of the A2 Triple Crown main events, but hasn't really done anything since then. And yet tonight he comes out and he rides amazing, and he ends up getting the overall there. Little bit of help on a couple things that we'll get into here in just a second, but he actually gets it done. Looked really good. Now, the interesting thing will be to see if he can continue to carry this through the final several rounds here once we come back from the break. Now, I think it'd be just poetic justice if he won Denver. I'm actually rooting for him to win Denver. I want to see him win Denver. I want to see him go wire to wire at Denver, just bust a whole shot, run away from these guys. I want to see it. I think just the way everything ended last year, it would be such poetic justice for him to win Denver. So I want to see that. Beyond that, I don't really know. We'll see if he can pick it up. He's had... Sorry, I'm going to burp. Not even going to yawn tonight, boys. I'm going to burp. He's had glimmers of shining through here where we all went, oh, he's back. And then the next week, it's nothing. So we're going into an off week, and then we come back, and we're in Foxborough, I think. So we'll see how that goes. But it was a great ride for him tonight. Probably some of the biggest news tonight. So Barcia just absolutely torpedoes Jett. Absolutely torpedo. I mean, head-ons him. There's been some discussion in some of my group chats. I'm very confused on what was the line that you were going for, Barcia. Like that's my... I'm keeping this very civil. Tune into the main show because I'm sure Justin's going to get me riled up and I'm going to start screaming and yelling about this. In fact, I'll probably rant about it. But what was the thought process? Where were we going? Because if you look at the line and the speed at which he was going directly to the exit of the turn there at the berm. Jett did turn down. Not going to take that away. We've seen this before. Dungey and Stu, amongst others, were turning down early. Has led into, in fact, Dungey ended Stu's career, essentially, because Stu turned down in a corner early in a race, and Dungey was going a different line. But I'm just very, very confused as to what in the hell the thought process was. What's the line you were going for? I mean, he wasn't close to Jett. Like, he wasn't even within striking distance, essentially. No one else was going that line at that point in the race. I'm going to have to go back and watch it because I feel like that was the line that was developing. I need to see exactly which corner, and then I can watch it a little closer. I feel like that line developed as we were going through, but I'm just confused as to why when you're in like 6th or 7th place, that's the line you're going for there. Like, is your idea just to go to the end of the corner and just screw anybody that's there? I mean, a hit like that, if you go back to stick and ball sports like I used to play, aka hockey, a hit like that in a hockey game, we're fighting. I mean, we are fighting. And I know these guys aren't that way, and I know they don't do that. But if I'm Jett, I'm going to that pit after the race, and there is going to be some yelling if I do not grab a hold of him. I mean, that would be if I didn't grab a hold of him in the stadium, because that's just ridiculous. Like, it was, I understand I'm a bit jaded on this point because I am a Jett homer, and I want to see him win this title, and I wanted to see him actually get up there and race Tomac. We were setting up, we saw it in the second main there, and we were setting up in the third main here for an epic battle again with those two. And then we get that stripped away from us because some moron takes a line that, what the fuck were you even thinking? I don't get it. Blows my mind. Comment down below your thoughts on that. What was the line he was thinking? Do you think it's a completely inappropriate move? I'm trying to use some more PG language here than just, because right now I could just drop F-bomb after F-bomb after F-bomb because I'm just in such, like, what in the hell was happening? What was your thought process? And then just throw your hand up like, shit, like, my bad. Like, oh, I didn't know you were going to be there, dude. Like, okay, we would understand that. You head-oned him. I mean, literally, you weren't even slowing up for the corner. So where were you going? I don't know. It will blow my mind. It will continue to blow my mind. Hopefully somebody gets an interview with him. I just don't understand it, okay? Now, the other thing that happened tonight in the 450 class that I'm going to rant about for sure in the main show, and we're going to keep it very short right now, this red cross flag situation. When you have 5 guys that miss a red cross flag, we need to take a hard look in the mirror. If I am any one of those team managers for those 5 guys, actually, all of them should be talking right now and be like, this is an issue, you fix it. That's what needs to happen. First off, why do we not have lights on the finish line? We have these stupid light pillars on all these other big jumps, but the finish line, we don't have them. And they make noise, and they're loud, and they have yellow and red lights in them. But when we get to the finish line, nope, can't have it. Can't do it. Can't afford it. There's no money. I don't know. But the AMA needs to get their head out of their ass on this one and fix this. Number 2, I'm very confused as to why we have a static red cross flag. Why? Why is it not waving? If it's an emergency, we want them. I understand on the yellows, and if you pay attention, if someone is down on the side of the track, much like Vince Freeze was in this situation, but he's up, he's coherent, he's moving, then they hold the yellow flags out. Hey, there's caution, or they'll lightly wave them just a little bit. Hey, there's a caution. Like, look out, there's people here. But if they're in the way where you need to have a red cross flag, and again, why was it a red cross flag? I don't understand that either. Like, what was the point of the red cross flag? He was down in the middle of the jump. Like, why are we not just throwing a caution flag? He wasn't going. I don't get it. I'm very confused by the whole situation. This is where, as I've stated before, and I'll rant this, we need a face of the sport to come out at the start of the press conference and explain why things were done, how they were done, and what the hell we're going to do to fix them here. Because this is a problem not on the rider's end. I mean, you have a flagman on the inside of the corner coming into one of the biggest jumps on the track at the end of the race, and he's waving the flag for the point we are on the race. The white flag, the checkered flag, whatever. Dude, hold that still. Hold that one out still and wave the red cross flag. The red cross flag is more important than knowing that it's the last lap or the end of the race. If it's the end of the race, the end of the race. We'll all fucking figure that out, okay? However, the red cross flag, if somebody's down and we need to roll because there's danger and there's Alpine Star guys and whatever else, we need to figure that out. This needs to change. Like, in 2 weeks when we go back to racing. And like I said, if I'm any of the managers of those teams, which basically spans all of them, you're talking Kawasaki, Anderson got dinged twice, Sexton got dinged, Webb got dinged, and Jett got dinged. That's 4 of the top teams. The only ones that didn't get it was Gas, and Husky. So, I don't know. They need to figure that out. Outside of that, Triple Crown trophy for the 450s there. I think they need to do a little bit better job of promoting that this is a series within a series. I also think that maybe this should come with some money too. They should try to figure that out. Maybe they pull in a sponsor for $1 million payout for the Triple Crown series. I think that would work too. That would be cool. I also think that if you're going to have this be a series within a series, maybe you do have it be at the same 3 rounds every year, so that way people are going to these. Because let's face it, if this was a slightly bigger deal where we're having a series within the series, we're having Triple Crown, these are 3 kind of one-off races, we do the 3-man events, etc., etc. It would give me a big push to try to go to all 3 of them. So I think they need to do a better job. They have something there with it, much like the SMX, which I think there's something there too, and we can talk more about this in future episodes. But they have something there with it. The trophy is a lot better. The guys actually kind of seem to know that there is actually a series kind of going on with this. So it's cool. Cooper Webb won it. That's awesome. Hopefully we're keeping track of these stats somewhere with the guys who are winning it, but we'll see. Outside of that, Hunter Lawrence gets on the podium there. That was great for him. A little bit of help because of the whole Red Cross flag debacle there, but hey, he'll take it. And overall, like I said, good ride for him. And I think that's all I have 450-wise. That's a lot. Comment down below your thoughts on the Red Cross flag. Comment your thoughts on the Barcia incident. Now, going into 250s here, I got some notes here. So, Kitchen was dominant. Clean sweep. Bit of an interesting topic that we'll touch on more as we go into the main show here coming up on Monday. Working with Sexton's trainer, Peter Park there. Some interesting things that surround that and that kind of lead into the improvement that Kitchen has made. But again, we'll kind of touch on that in the main show, so make sure to check that out. Hampshire and Smith were solid. The races in the 250 class were kind of boring. Nobody was really making any moves. Nothing crazy happened. So again, a little bit on the boring side. Mosman goes down in, I believe, it was either the first or second main. I wrote that the Mosman experiment failed, but we'll see where we get to. Maybe he'll come back in a few weeks here. Hopefully he's not injured that much. He just stung something and he couldn't race tonight. But if he doesn't, then this Mosman experiment failed terribly, and that's a sad thing. Juju has great starts. If nothing else, he has great starts. He does have speed to be up front. He just cannot keep it going the entire race yet. That's fine. He's young. It will come. And he's not scared of any of these guys. He went back at Levi, which was awesome. So I think there's a big future for that kid moving forward. And the only other note I have for 250s is that this 250 West is kind of getting boring now. Kitchen's pulled out a 15-point lead. They have a shootout, a West round at Colorado, and a shootout. So, barring anything crazy, it should be okay. He should wrap this up fairly simply. So, outside of that, I don't really have much going on with the 250s there. So, if you guys have anything that you think was super interesting or you want to talk about, make sure to comment down below. Again, like I said, the main show will come out this week. I'm just not sure if it's going to be Tuesday night like normal or Wednesday because of the holiday and not filming tomorrow. I'm filming on Monday. But keep a lookout. We'll have it out. Got a couple interesting videos of some little segments I pulled out of the last couple of shows that'll be coming out over the next couple weeks here while we're off. We will not have any sort of live or race reaction or anything for the off week here. Off week's going to be an off week. I'm not doing anything but filming the main show here, and then we're off for a week. And outside of that, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to our sponsors. Again, links in the description down below. We will see everybody with a race reaction a couple weeks from Foxborough. See ya.